स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः उकारो अन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्याय नचिकेतसे नमः So we are in the last section of the Kaṭha Upaniṣad. In the second chapter, we have 3 sections, and we are in the third section. And in the 4th verse, Upanishad studies will not guarantee any kind of magic in your life. This one needs to understand properly. Because I have studied 10 Upanishads, that doesn't mean that I will get moksha. One needs to put effort according to these teachings and studies, what you have listened, and one needs to correct the life, the style of behavior, the vision towards the world, and also keeping alive the vision what the traditional teacher has given to you. All these things only modify the person from a ordinary human being to a divine individual. The oneness between the individual and the all-pervading Brahman, when you establish with oneself, that only help you to attain the liberation while living in this world. Without our effort, nobody can change, nobody can get liberation. Just listening will not guarantee any kind of liberation. Of course, there will be some impact of listening that, but one needs to put effort in the vision. When you have some slaves or people, servants with you, you apply your vision. The Lord is in the form of servant. That normal human behavior should change and give them respect, give them their needs, almost elevate them from their inferior status to the divine status, at least in the mind. When you see animals, when you see birds, one need to think that Lord is in the form of animals and birds. Along with my survival, I need to help them to survive in this world. Thus, the oneness is applied in our daily life. That will become the key for the liberation. That application of this knowledge in one's life in different perspectives. Attitude is very important towards the world, towards the people, towards the animal, towards the bird, towards the servant, towards everything, even towards the insentient thing. So you can listen the teaching. It's a correction. An error can be corrected only by a right knowledge. A wrong information can only eradicated by a proper information. So we are listening to the scriptures which are proper information about oneself, world, and creation. But one needs to apply for a length of time while when you listen the truth, one should assimilate the knowledge and should apply in our daily life. The attachment towards the world, towards the family members, everything should be in a mytham, in normal, cannot go up, cannot go down. So everything count, everything will get counted for the freedom. Let it be. Now, what I have discussed with you in the last class, fourth verse, Lord Death says to Nachiketas to put effort in this birth itself. I will read the verse and I will give you as a connection for the next verse. We already discussed it, but for the connection, we will just brush up the information what Lord did to the given to Nachiketas in the fourth verse. We will see. I will read the fourth verse and I will give you the meaning. Ihachet ashakat bodhum prak sharirasya visrasaha tatas sargeshu lokeshu sharirattvaya kalpate. I will read once more. Ihachet ashakat bodhum prak sharirasya visrasaha tatas sargeshu lokeshu sharirattvaya kalpate. Ihachet, iha, in this world or in this body while living in this body. Ched, suppose if you put effort, suppose means there are options. One can put effort, one not put effort also. One have the capacity or due to some reason one need not want to put effort. That's why suppose Ched, while living in this body or while living in this world, suppose a person put effort, bodhum, to understand, to make oneself to understand what the traditional teacher says about oneself. If a person put effort, it's a big process. Remember that. First of all, one need to have an enthusiasm to get rid of all kinds of worries and sorrows from this world. Everybody will have this desire in order to become happy, in order to get rid of from all kinds of worries and sorrows. But there are two types of solutions. I discussed a few classes before. Most of the people find out a temporary solution for the sorrows which they are facing. There is only one permanent solution for all the sorrows to eradicate. That is, one should know Really, the sorrows and unhappiness never existed at any point of time. All the sorrows which I thought were due to the misunderstanding about one's own nature. I took myself as a human being in this world because all other people around me also carrying the same information that they are also human being. So I just follow them. My father, my mother, my grandfather, my grandmother, my uncle, my society, my relatives, my subordinates, my servants, my masters, everybody carried the same notion that I am human being. I also followed that same idea. Thus, in my life, a superimposed idea became my real nature. Then you approach a real traditional teacher because of your noble deeds done in your life will bring to a right person in your life. Then you go to a traditional teacher. Then that traditional teacher will slowly make you to think that you cannot live with all these misunderstood ideas. In order to take away all these misunderstood ideas from your mind, you need to know really what you are. And he give the right information. This information should be absorbed by our mind. Already deep rooted notions being there, this idea will not get a proper way of sprouting in our mind. That's why spiritual disciplines are being referred by the traditional teacher in order to take away all the wrong ideas also. So it became a big process. In this life, one need to approach the traditional teacher, a big step in one's life. When you approach a traditional teacher, he give the proper guidance. Everybody will be coming from different paths of life. They will be facing different worries and sorrows, different issues. So a traditional teacher will give different solution for different people so that mind can be settled and focus towards what the scriptures says. Without settling of the mind, there is no focusing towards the reality. Somebody will have diseases. Somebody will have debts. Somebody will be worrying about their children. Somebody will be worrying about their half constructed house. Somebody will be worrying about the neighbor's issue. Somebody will be worrying about others' diseases. So everybody have different issues. So traditional teacher will settle the mind of the person who approaches him. You need to share the things which are annoying yourself. Thus, he will suggest certain ideas to come out of those issues and to focus towards the reality. That's why for a length of time one need to stay with the traditional teacher, not going here and there in this world. So in this world, in this body, with a length of processing oneself, if a person comes to know the reality about oneself, then that person, while living itself, get liberated from this world. While living itself, not after the death. After death, where you will go? When you know all pervading Brahman you are, there is no going and coming to any place. Everything is here. When something is everywhere, all pervaded. And you yourself realize you are the origination of happiness. All the happiness starts from you. There is no interest on going to heaven or any other world for a person who have really studied under a traditional teacher. Because heaven is also an experience which you experience in this world going to another country or another place. Similarly, heaven is also a conducive place for your senses to enjoy different things. The going heaven is not a solution in Indian tradition. It's also a place for enjoyment. Our destination is knowing ourselves that I am ever free from this all kinds of issues in this world and I am formless Brahman. This is the ultimate thing to an individual given by the scriptures. But in order to know that, we need to put effort to go to a traditional teacher and listen to things. If a person have a right track in the mind and one who put efforts in one's own life to listen the right knowledge and putting effort to come out of all kinds of issues which he or she made in his life up to this, thus a person will be freed from all kinds of worries and notions which are carried by the mind. Thus a person get liberated while living itself. Here it is told like this, Iha Jivan eva, while living itself, chet, suppose, ashakat, shaknodi, shaktvaha. It is, if it is possible for a person, suppose a person put effort, sanjanan, knowing clearly about one's own real nature. Yetad, this is Brahma, bodhum avagandum, assimilating oneself, not listening, assimilate. After listening, you assimilate yourself. I am not this body. I am not husband. I am not wife. I am not a child. I am not a person who lives in the society. I am the all pervading Brahman. After listening so many times, the habitual error will get eliminated by the real knowledge. Avagandum prak purvam sharirasya visrasaha. Avagandum. If one person put effort, suppose a person put effort before the falling of the body in this world, Padanad, before giving up the body, departure of the body, then what he will get? Samsara bandhanat vimuchyade, freed from all kinds of worries and all kinds of issues of this external world. Because every role will be packed with a lot of problems. If you are a grandmother, you have a package of problems. If you are a mother, you have a package of problem. If you are a lover, you have a package of problem. Don't think that you have a package of happiness. Nothing is there. That you only imagine that it's a role which is conducive and it's make me happy. No, you have a package of issues. It can be related to body. It can be related to your own situations. It can be related to your own material things which you own yourself. So what a problem only. Any role in this world, whether it is a father's role, whether it is a mother's role, whether it is a grandmother's role, whether it is a grandfather's role, whether it is a lover's role, whether it is a husband's role, wife's role, it's a bunch of sorrows. Thus, one should know in this world, there is nothing to do with this role. I am not the role. I am the Paramatman, the Parabrahma, who mistakenly taken as a role that I am a husband or I am a wife. Thus, after knowing the reality about oneself, you play a role. Still, the worries will not affect you. Like a shock absorber help the people who are sitting inside the car without having any impact towards the ground. Thus, this knowledge become a shock absorber. When you are facing all issues, still you know that I am immortal in this world. When everybody condemns you, when everybody give up you, when everybody put you in trouble, still you will be free. I will not die. I am immortal in this world. In spite of all my issues, I will be completely free in this world. My body have a lot of issues that everybody have in this society, also having issues, but I am free. Thus, this knowledge firmly make become a shock absorber, which will not put you down, which will not make you unhappy. In spite of all the issues, you will be you will be always thinking, I am this Paramatman who is ever free, stainless, ever pure, all pervading consciousness. In Sanskrit, this consciousness is called Brahman or Atman, individual soul in English translation. I don't go with that word. It's a very good name, Brahman or Atman, or the pure consciousness you are. On that consciousness, body is been superimposed, and you took yourself or I took myself. I am this body. A role become a real factor in this world, which made me lot of troubles, which attracted lot of troubles in this world. Thus, a person suppose put effort to know the reality about oneself under a traditional teacher for a length of time, he or she will be freed from this world immediately by living. Suppose if they don't put effort, then the second word, second line. Tataha sargeshu lokeshu sharirattvaya kalpade. Suppose a person don't put effort in this world because he is interested in the external things, emotional relationships, some material things like a car, house, earning money, enjoying different world, having different experiences. All these things will make astray the person to go away from the pursuit. And most of the people are interested in this temporary solution. They celebrate a birthday because all 364 days they are always in a pensive mood, not at all happy. So one day they get celebrated, everybody gathered together and enjoying, and having some balloons, having some cake, everything. Because every day you feel you are happy, It's a normal day. There is no special. I'm not against any celebration. I am just talking about my friends and sadhakas who are committed disciples towards this pursuit. You should know the reality. For a spiritual aspirant, every day is a celebration. For an ordinary person, some special days are there in order to celebrate. In spite of owning nothing, they will be always happy. This is the condition of a spiritual aspirant because they come to know the reality. Others, I'm talking about the majority of this external world, ordinary people, those who are not focusing on their goal, they are not understood properly for what we took birth in this world. For them, tataha, in this world, if they don't put effort, those people, sargeshu logeshu, there are different worlds in this creation. Every religion promotes that. Your religion says that there is hell and there is heaven. Thank God, both start with the spelling letter H, so it's easy to say, pronounce. Heaven is a place where noble-hearted people travel and enjoy that world. Hell is a place when you do evil actions in this world while living. Your results will get there in that place. You will be boiled in the oil, fried in the oil. Some people get insect bites. Some people will be suffering in different types. Every religion have their own ideas and theories of hell and heaven. I don't believe, and I want you not to believe on hell and heaven. You have listened what Lord Death told to Nachiketas. There is no traveling for an spiritual aspirant, really speaking. In this world, while living, he gave up the notion that I am this body, that itself is freedom. While living in a world what he already constructed or she already constructed, but the notion inside the mind has gone due to the knowledge of reality. Thus, one is freed while living in this world. That's what in Sanskrit we say Jivan Muktaha, a person who liberated while living in this world. If the person don't put effort while living in this world and he is always considering the material happiness and the enjoyment of senses and objects, those people will born again and again in different worlds and taking a body and suffering a lot. No way for escape if you don't put effort right now itself. That is being told here. Sargeshu lokeshu. Thus, if they don't put effort in this world, Sargeshu Lokeshu, different worlds in this creation, Sharirattvaya Kalpate, they will born with another body according to their own deeds. There is no guarantee that you will get a human body again. You may, we may take birth of an insect, we may take birth of a dove, we may take birth of a parrot, parakeet, according to our own impressions, what we already carrying in this world. Suppose we are carrying a lot of angry, we will take a birth of a buffalo. Suppose you are always living in the other's bread. They they work in this world and they bring the bread and you share the bread because you don't do anything. You just sleep and get up and see some TV. Somebody is bringing the bread and you share it. And there is a chance for a mosquito or a fly because they don't put any effort. They just come and sit and eat and go. So according to the Manodharma, according to the impressions which we are carrying, there are 84 lakhs of living beings in this world. They are classified into four. Already I have explained everything. In any of them, we may have a birth if we don't put effort in this world and in this birth. This is what told by the Lord that the relevance of the knowledge is being told to Nachiketas. What you have asked is very relevant for the humanity. Most of the people are behind these enjoyment through senses, pleasures. Very few will come to know what is in real about oneself. Thus, if we put effort, we will be freed while living in this world. If we don't put effort, we will be always behind the things which are seen external. Then we have a lot of chances to go again and again from after giving up one body to another body. This is being told here. Here I will read one sentence. Sargeshu logeshu sharirattvaya sharirabhavaya kalpade samartha bhavati shariram grinadi idyartha. A person will be qualified or fit to take another body after giving up the previous body. Grinadi idyartha. Therefore, tasmad sharira visramshanat prak atma bodhaya yatnaha asteyaha. So that after knowing these two sentences properly, one need to put effort for the atma bodham, knowledge about oneself. One need to put effort. As a warning, Lord Death told to Nachiketas and Shankara properly give the warning through his lines. Now, next verse connected with this. And I will read the connection given by the Shankara for this verse. Yasmat iha eva atmanaha darshanam adarshyastasya eva adarshas adarshas adarshastasya eva mukhasya spashtam upapadyeda na lokantareshu brahmalogavad anyatra. When it is possible very clearly to see oneself in this world, and this is the only place with more clarity and more discrimination and more distinct way of seeing the things. This is the best place, the world, the creation, the earth. If we don't put effort here, there are some other places which we may go after giving up the body. It's not very clear like what we can do here now. Here it is very clear to study, and there are available people are available. So here it is told here, Atma darshastasya iva mukhasya spashtam upapadyeda. Here, when it is available, everything is available. One need to put effort so that one can see just as seeing the face in the mirror. Not in any other world. It is told, no, na lokantreshu brahmalokat anyatra. Not in any other worlds apart from the brahmaloka. Such a dushprapaha. And it is very difficult to reach brahmaloka. So, Shankara gives a connection for the next verse. I will give the whole idea once more. Here you have a good body. You have 5 senses. Traditional teachers are available all around the world now. Even if they are not available directly, you will get them in online. Lot of classes are there going on all around the world. Those who want, they will get. Those who don't want, there will be always some reason not to get. It's their problem. Everything, when it is available in this world, in this earth, if we don't put effort to reach the destination properly, all other worlds don't promise this much clarity in the vision. There is a vague way of understanding all the things. One world will make you the same way how we realize the truth here. In the same manner, you can realize in that world also. Brahma Loka. I will explain all these things. So Shankara says that Lord doth want the person to do put effort who are inside the creation. If they don't put effort right now, it's not very easy to get this vision in other worlds. This is the connection. And it's very, very difficult for them to get the clarity in other words. What Lord Death says then, I will read the verse, fifth verse, and I will give you the meaning. Yatha darshe tatatmani, yatha supne tatha pidirloke, yatha apsu pariva dadarshe, tatha gantarvaloge chaya atapayoho iva brahmaloke. I will read once more. Yatha atarshe tata atmani, yatha supne tatha pidirloge, yatha apsu pariva dadarshe, tatha gantarvaloke chaya atapayoho iva brahmaloke. So, three different standpoints of understanding. Lord Death gives certain examples so that one can compare oneself. For example, when you go to take a lodge room in a place, there are different hotels and lodge rooms. There will be a tariff directly in front of you, they will give to you. In this tariff, it is written non-deluxe room, this much money. Deluxe room, this much money. AC deluxe room, this much money. Room with kitchen and lounge, this much money. 2 bedroom and 1 kitchen and 1 simple lounge, this much money. That hotel will have different types of facilities. It's up to our choice what we need according to our money. Correct? Similarly, in order to compare and in order to choose here itself to go through the studies and to go to a traditional teacher and study properly, Lord gives a comparison to Nachiketas through certain examples so that one can tally. While living in this world, if a person is ready to put effort and one who is ready to listen to the traditional teachers and scriptures, then that person will get the clarity like seeing oneself in a mirror. Again, I will repeat. Suppose a person put effort in this world. He went to a traditional teacher knowing the value of the human birth and knowing the value of the studies, traditional teachings, and that person put effort. He went to traditional teacher and he approached in a proper way, but whatever there are formalities which you do for a traditional teacher while approaching. All these formalities he has done and he approached the traditional teacher's hermitage and he started living a life there according to the guidance of the traditional teacher. And he came to know in this world what is the real nature of oneself. For that person, the clarity about oneself will be just like seeing one's own image in the mirror. That person will gain the knowledge in the mind like a mirror showing one's own image. If you study here, you will get the clarity about oneself as though you are looking at the image, looking at the mirror, looking at the mirror. This consciousness will be available inside the mind as though one's own image seen in a mirror. This is the first idea. If you put effort in this world, suppose you do certain rituals and you want to enjoy certain worlds which are beyond your senses. Vedas explain about different worlds in this world. There are seven worlds which are upper than the earth, more and more comforts and happiness. Bhulogam, Bhuvanlogam, Suvanlogam, Maharlogam, Janarlogam, Tabologam, Satyalogam, etc., Surgalogam, everything. This world have different types of enjoyments. One's own deeds which we have done in this world will decide in which world we will go. There is no choice for anybody to go to any world. If you do proper deeds, dog with an attitude of, a dog, somebody is hungry, will give food. And another person come, he has a dog in his house. Also, he also feed it, looking towards the dog's behavior. Another person who is studied under a traditional teacher came, and he given some food in a respective manner. That Lord is in the form of a dog. Along with my survival, I should make survive other living beings who are around me. I cannot make other everybody in this world to survive. Few people who are near to me, I can make them survive. This attitude is counted, and this attitude is the most relevant attitude among all other attitudes. You see each and every living being as Lord because you have taken away your superimposition. Similarly, you don't see any superimposition in this world. Lord is in the form of sentient and insentient things. So that according to like this type of noble actions, one may reach the ultimate world called heaven or Satyalogam. You may go to Pitarlogam. There are certain worlds, and one of the world is called Pitarlogam, where certain people who have done good actions which are referred by the Vedas in the portion of actions, karma kanda. And they became the masters or owners of that world, Pitarlok. And you may reach that Pitarlok. There are teachers to teach Atma Bodham about oneself. If you go there and if you listen to them, they will teach you and you will get the knowledge like this. Yatha Supni. In the dream, how do you realize about oneself? And the dream is a, a creation by yourself. You may not, you will not understand anything while dreaming. You come out of the dream to the waking state, then only you come to know that dream is something, a creation or an imagination. It never happened in this world in reality. So dream is completely in an unconscious way, not completely like you see in the mirror. So the knowledge which you receive from the Pitarlogam, a world of forefathers who have done certain rituals and they reached there and they are enjoying the world because they don't want the Atma Bodham. They didn't put effort to know oneself and they are ruling there in the Pitarlogam. When you reach there, they will teach you and you will get a, a vague clarity about oneself. This is what is told Yatha Supni. In Supna, while seeing the Supnam, while seeing the dream, you don't have total distinction, discrimination. The Supna is a creation by oneself or by consciousness. There is no distinction between. You don't feel any distinction. There is no discrimination while seeing the Sukha. You enjoy this dream, and when you wake up and when you come to the waking state, oh, this is only a dream. Similarly, there is a vague clarity in Pitarloka. Like this, every world, there will be teachers to teach you the same knowledge. But this world has more chances, more way of parting the knowledge, delivering the knowledge in a right way. Because the people who have studied here will have the capacity to make you see in the same way how they are seeing. They are not interested in any external things. They are not interested in money. They are not interested in any special enjoyments of senses. They are committed. They want to, they want others also to know what they have understood. With a lot of sincerity, a person take this, impart this knowledge. So one needs to put effort while living in this world itself. This is the idea given by the Lord that don't wait for to get this knowledge in another birth. Let me enjoy first this world. After that, I will come to that. We don't know which date we are going to depart from this world. Don't think like that also, in that way also. So Lord Death says that more clarity will be while living in this world and study under a traditional teacher. When you go to different worlds, the clarity will be a little bit vague. There will be vagueness in the clarity. There will be no discrimination like dream state and waking state. You may understand in an overall way. Lord Death says that this is the golden chance while living in this world with a body. Take it as a chance to understand the reality. Same like that, there is another world called Gandharva Loka. Gandharvas are a group of divine celestial beings who, who make somarasam, a type of wine in the divine world, and also very good musicians, Gandharvas. So they have two beautiful abilities. Everybody love that. Gandharva is a person who make divine wine. Soma Rasam, they say. Gandharvas are the musicians of the heaven and some other worlds. Means lot of enjoyments. Once you drink the divine wine, you are out of consciousness. You can do anything, whatever you feel. There will be music going on. Different types of bands. So Gandharva Logam, a world of enjoyment, another world of enjoyment. There you will get the knowledge. There also will be people who teach you when you reach there. And you will get a vague knowledge. Like, when you look at into the water, in a body of water, and you look at that, you get a vague idea about yourself. Nobody look at the water and make them decorated in the face or in the hair. Because water will not reflect our proper image. When there is a motion, the whole image will get distracted also. So here says, in Gandharva Loka, if somebody put effort to study about Atman, the real reality, there one will get also have a vague image, like one who see the image in the water. So when two worlds are being told by Lord Death, we should think that every world other than this universe or creation where we are living now, doesn't have the proper capacity to reveal the reality like what we get right now in this universe. So one need to put effort. And Lord Death says that Brahmaloga, one of the best world to reach, but one need to put lot of effort. Where Brahmaji, being the owner, and most of the noble-hearted, topmost noble-hearted people will be living there. Those who have never committed a wrong action or never lived in this world with a wrong attitude, those people will reach Brahmaloka. And there, Brahmaloke, it is very clear like shadow and the real form. We don't mistake the shadow as a real personality. Similarly, in the world of Brahmaloka, it's one of the divine world, okay? In the Brahmaloka, one will get a total clarity about oneself like a shadow and the object. Chaya atapo iva. Very clear. Shadow will be something which is non-existent. The thing which is existing will be very clear. That type of discrimination and distinction we will get in the Brahmaloka. Now, so four words for the example he put here in order to count the gradation between everything. First of all, Lord Death told to Nachiketas, this world which we are experiencing, this universe is the best place to know the reality other than any other world in this world. Here is the topmost teachers and the way to understand properly. Other two worlds, it's a representation of any other worlds in this creation. All other worlds will have a vague understanding about the thing. There will be no total clarity if you study there. It means that we will not get the complete freedom. There are chances to take other birth if you go to another world. Remember, if you want to reach another world, there are a lot of karmas to be done properly. It's not very easy to reach Gandhava Loga or Pitraloga. There are a lot of rituals which are referred by the Vedas in the first portion, Karma Kandi. You have to do it properly. Then only you will reach another. Okay. After reaching there, you experience certain things with your senses, and again you will be getting a birth in this world. Better put effort in this world itself, not going to any other worlds. And at last he pointed out in the Brahmaloka, the world where Brahmaji is sitting and all divine people are sitting. If you reach there, it's a Herculean task, not an easy thing. You have to put a lot of effort in doing the proper rituals, proper upasana, meditation, everything. Then only you reach there. There you will get proper teachers who will teach you how the shadow and the object is separate. Similarly, the clarity will be more clear than universe or any other worlds in this world. So one need to put effort in this world itself. This is the idea behind the verse. Now I will read the next verse. Before that, Shankara gives a connection. Katham asa bodhavyaha kim va tad avabodhe prayojanam idi uchyate. How one should realize the subject matter while living in this world. Simple steps. And after knowing or realizing that reality, what is the prayojanam, purpose, is being told in this verse. I will read the verse. we will discuss this verse in the next class. Just I will read and a simple way of explanation I will give. Indriyanam pratak bhavam udayasthamayau chayad pratak pratak utpadyamananam matva dhiro na shochati. Once more I will read. Indriyanam pratak bhavam udayasthamayau chayad pratak utpadyamananam matva dhiro na shochati. The superimposed object and the superimposed form both are totally different. Snake and the rock, they are, even though they are one after knowing, but before knowing, we should know that there is no snake, there is only a rope, there is no features of the snake in the rope. Snake is entirely different from the rope. A mistaken idea will not contribute any wrong features towards the superimposed thing. The object will be stainless from all kinds of impurities which we superimposed in our mind. So here it is told, body is never touched the individual soul. Body has nothing to do with the individual soul. Body, senses, mind, etc. have a role in this universe, but ever pure Atman will not have any issues even if you superimpose 1,000 bodies on that Atman. Because lot of defects we conclude ourselves, those defects will not be there in the Atman. Thus, after knowing that any defects pertaining to the body will not be there for me, knowing this, a person who is discriminative will not worry after knowing the reality. Simple way of explanation. I will give you the details in next class. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Brahmanebhya Shupamastu Nityam Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshadu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Kshoparahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhaya Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha